Today, I will performing the Leopold'S maneuver for turn demo demonstration. So first, wash your hand. Good morning, Mrs. Gray. I am Shania Taridona. I am your student nurse for today. May I know your full name? So today, we're doing a Leopold'S maneuver to be able to identify the positioning and the presentation of your baby. So before we start, I will close the curtain to provide privacy. So after assessing Mrs. Gray, ALG, she is currently her 28 weeks of gestation and it's possible to do the Leopold'S maneuver. So at the end of the procedure, the fetal presentation and position will be determined at the fetal heart tone will be located. So Mrs. Gray, I will explain the procedure for you. The first maneuver will help us to identify if your baby is in bridge, participate presentation, meaning is either the head is on top or the bottom or the head is at the bottom. For the second maneuver will help us identify where the baby's back is and will help us identify the smooth part and the head and the length. For the third maneuver will help us confirm of the first maneuver, meaning what if we found in the fundus and the head, then the presenting parts must the buttocks, or if we found the buttocks at the fundus and the head must be at the buttocks. It will also help us identify the fetal heart tone, what we find at the baby's back. For the fourth maneuver, we'll able to tell if the baby's head is engaged or not. So Mrs. Gray, have you went to the toilet? Okay, great. Can you share me your legs? So I will put a pillow on your hips. So that's the easiest procedure. So Mrs. Gray, can we go to the head and start the procedure? So I am exposed the area that we're going to check. Gonna lift up your shirt. Where we're gonna first to do is the first maneuver. So the first maneuver, we're going to place a hand at the fundus, like a diamond or a triangle shape. I'm going to palpate. The first part is the fundus itself, is the buttocks, and if it's hard to, then it is the baby's head. For the second maneuver, will help us identify where the baby's back and will help us to identify the small parts of the hands and the legs. So for the third maneuver, will help us to confirm the first maneuver, meaning if we found the fundus, it's the head, then presenting parts must the buttocks, or if you found the buttocks, it is the fundus and the head must be at the buttocks. It will also help us identify the baby's head is not yet engaged. For the fourth maneuver, I will put my both hands on the litreus area. Is it okay? Now feel the cephalic prominence or to see if it's the baby extended this wise. So I am gonna push it here. So Mrs. Gray, I am just going to put back your t-shirt, cover up with the blanket so we will not feel cold. Thank you so much, Mrs. Gray. We are going to validate the data that we are gathered. So the baby is 28 weeks. ALG, palpate the baby's head in the uterus area, although it is not yet engaged and it's still movable. I'm gonna list down the significant findings, and it doesn't seem any intermediate attention as it went everything normal. So I have the patient chart here. So after the procedure, I will able to evaluate the baby's positioning and presentation. So the baby is already the cephalic presentation, although the head is not yet engaged. And it's still floating, and we will able to determine or locate the baby's fetal heart tone.